What's good, bro?
Yo, what's poppin'?
Nothing much. Chilling, chilling. Let me see. You good?
Yeah, I can't see you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You sound distorted.
Huh?
I said you sounding distorted. It could be my
Okay, there you
setup.
go.
You good?
Yep, I'm
You,
good. How about yourself?
you can see me?
Yep, on YouTube.
Oh, you on YouTube?
Yeah, I got it on TV, man.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it. What's going on your way?
Oh man, just grinding. We putting this movement together, doing what we do, baby.
Huh? Making it
You know,
happen, ain't we?
and trying to do a serious takeover. Serious takeover.
So you trying to talk about excessive baggage, huh?
Yes, the notorious excessive baggage.
The relationship killers.
Man, life killer. The
Oh
reason
man,
the reason they sell Motrin and aspirin.
for real. And multiple other drugs we don't want to mention.
Yeah, unmentionables.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
You
So,
know, it's
what,
go
what what
ahead.
was you trying? What was you trying to attack tonight? What you got? What you got on your mind, bro? What you want to give to the world, to the people?
Well, you know how we dialogue. We're gonna break it down like this. I think people gotta understand the the residual effects of excessive baggage.
Yeah,
And how it gets in the way. Not just other people, but it's gonna stunt personal growth.
oh, it's done a lot, but
You know
personal
what I mean?
growth is one of them. I feel
Yeah.
you.
And as a people, especially our people, we got to understand that sometimes we really got to address our issues and behaviors and quit thinking that, you know, it's okay. This is just how I am type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? People, they get comfortable and become very accepting of their dysfunction, and that ain't cool.
Yeah. What they do is nowadays they brag about being toxic.
Yeah.
Instead of, going to get help and, act like they act like being toxic is normal when really it's a mental illness. And it's like you need
Right.
help because you don't have peace. And
Yeah.
this is my personal disclaimer on this topic. I'm good. I'm in a good relationship, happily
Hmm.
married. There's nothing toxic going on over here. I'm probably going to say she a lot, but what I'm talking about could be a male or a female because excessive baggage bars none. You know what I'm saying, bro?
It bars none at
Yeah,
all.
it's a mental state of mind, and it can be a male or it can be a female. The whole relationship could be toxic or filled with excessive baggage. People get comfortable in dysfunction when you should never get comfortable in dysfunction because that's not a way to live life.
Right, right. You 100% correct on that. And like you said, they get comfortable and then just move on without ever addressing the issue.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Erica Badu made a song about it. You know what I'm saying? Bag lady. I mean, man, people need to listen to those lyrics, man. She talking about something real.
Yeah. And
You know, go ahead.
what a lot of people don't understand is it's better to resolve the issue before you move on. So if you're insecure for no reason, like, the person you talking to go to Walmart, you think they cheating, they go to wash your car, they think they cheating. It's like you
Yeah,
need to deal with those issues before you get into another situation because you're going to think the next person is doing that.
you 100% correct. Because they just drag it like, what he up to, what she up to, what's going on, why you wearing that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
feel you
saying? Why they
100%, bro.
smiling at you?
Man.
You know, and it's just one of them things that's like I said, needs to be addressed. And once again, like people like say, it's cool to be toxic for some people, and well, that's just how I am. I've been like this for 30 years. I've been like this for 20 years. But that don't mean you've been right. You just
Exactly.
been you just been effed up for a long time.
Yeah, getting comfortable in dysfunction.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, oh, my lifestyle may be dysfunctional, but I'm comfortable. Nah, because honestly, when you by yourself, you got to deal with them demons.
Yep. And that's when that anxiety starts to creep in,
Yeah,
and then it's followed with depression, and you get the woe is me, you know. Everybody want a pity party, man. I think that's part of the problem because like you see it in social media a lot. Like somebody throws something up, and it's like people, oh, prayers and all this, that, and the third, right? But
yeah,
nobody ever tells the real truth. Like, go get help.
that's it. And I tell people all the time, like, you'll go to the gym and work out, but you won't go get help mentally. You won't go see a therapist, go talk to somebody. I ain't talking about talking to your friends who gonna sugarcoat it 9 times out of 10. And
Right.
with friends, it's
Unless
tricky.
unless they got a friend like me.
Yeah, see, I was about to say with friends, it's tricky because sometimes they sugarcoat it. Then you got the ones that they just stone cold tell you how they feel, what the truth is. They don't care how you receive it. You know, a counselor or a psychiatrist, they gonna ask you the questions to make you think about it. They're
Yeah.
not going to give you an answer. They want you to think of the answer. Like, oh, okay, so this is how you feeling. Why do you feel like that? They
Yeah.
ain't going to be like, oh, you need to, man, you look too good for all that. You need to go. Da, 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 da. Nah, that's not the type of advice you need to give.
Yeah, because a counselor helps you think it through. It's like they're kind of like a tour guide in your mind, and they help lead you to your own resolutions, and it's easier for you to reach it when you're thinking it through.
Exactly.
And then you look back and like, you know what? Yeah, I was off. That was crazy. Or even just a change in perspective.
Yeah, I shouldn't have did this, shouldn't have done that, shouldn't have said, shoulda, woulda, coulda, shouldn't have. All of that. I
Yeah,
feel it. I feel it. But that's why I be like, it's crazy because you can tell when somebody giving sound advice and when somebody's giving toxic advice.
yeah,
Toxic people are always ready to open their mouth about somebody else's relationship.
yeah. Especially when that person isn't even in a relationship or never even had a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to seek counsel from like you can't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do that because at the end of the day, you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig.
Ain't that the truth? And my thing is, why do they always go after the losers? It's like you
Mm,
want to be in a relationship just to complain. Why?
yeah, and a lot of times it's about power and control. Because when you have poor self-esteem, you know, some people tend to target somebody they can control and manipulate with their toxicness, or you know what I'm saying, or this
Yeah.
their dysfunction, and now they're bringing them down to their level for real.
Yeah. I mean, it has a lot to do with low self esteem. Because
Yeah,
when you start looking at yourself different and thinking about yourself different, you change everything.
yeah,
You change your environment, you change how you talk, you change who you talk to, you change everything when you start looking at yourself different. So low self esteem does have a lot to do with, you know, talking to the person who you feel is beneath you, and then they think they can save them. I don't know
Yeah,
who came up with that one first, but you can't change nobody and you can't save nobody.
yeah. And ultimately, the change has to come from within self, and people
Exactly.
have to get to a point where they realize, all right, I want to change. I know people who come to work every day, just a terrible attitude, terrible disposition, never happy, and they cool with it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what's wrong with you? Down in HR, they got some 1-800 numbers you might want to, what I'm saying?
You might want to check one of them numbers out and use those benefits that you got.
Yeah, yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, most jobs you do have benefits, so you paying for it, you might as well use it.
Yeah.
It's better than thinking you're gonna solve your problem with a fellas' night out or a girls' night out getting drunk. That's the end thing now. So
Man, that's
that,
like the most popular facade that's going on nowadays. Everybody
yeah,
just kicking it, getting drunk to turn up, but a lot of them miserable, man, not dealing with their problems. And it's
yeah,
sad because I've been there before. I can
yeah.
admit it. I've been there before.
We all have. We all
Yeah.
have.
So it's more like deal with them problems, deal with your emotions, go get some help. You know,
Yeah.
like that bottle ain't gonna bring back your homie. It ain't gonna bring back them relationships you messed up. Fix
Hmm.
it. Sometimes you gotta be like, I'm the problem. Let me get out the
Yeah.
way and get some help and get some work done so I can be fixed and I can be healthy. You feel me?
And in a lot of relationships, it's really a two-part thing because everybody plays a role, and very
Yeah.
rarely is it just on one person. But 9 times out of 10, when somebody's telling you the situation, they're gonna spit the narrative that suits them the best, that makes them look like the victim or whatever. And that's male and females because I don't know how to have some dudes and they so victimized about everything, and I'm looking at them like, really, come on,
Yeah.
man.
They think the victim role gives them an excuse to act the way that they act.
Yeah, the actor fool.
Bingo. Yep.
And
And my
and
thing
some
is like the emotional roller coaster. You know, 1 minute somebody's playing the hard role, then they playing the victim role. It's like you can't do both. You can't be both. There's a lot of people that put on that facade. Oh, I'm so tough, but it's like for real, you soft inside.
yeah,
That's just
I
your
don't
defense mechanism.
yeah, I don't care about them no more. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
And that comes from a prideful place.
exactly.
Pride can distort a lot of thinking, and it'll have you just really outside your element. It's okay you're entitled to feel how you feel, and it is okay. If your feelings is hurt, your feelings is hurt. Guess what? That means you're normal. It's okay. Do what you got to do. Bounce back. Move forward. Life goes on. But keep it real with yourself. Period.
I feel that. You gotta keep it real at all times, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I guess people think everybody buys the facade that they put up. When to be honest, a lot of people don't buy it. And I
No.
say that a lot, especially on Facebook. On Facebook, somebody
Yeah. Social media.
they act like they just got the most turned up lifestyle ever. Like they just Kim Kardashian. And then it's like you just see it right before the crash. It's like I knew that was
Yep.
coming. I mean, I could read through the post. I'm not no dummy.
And
You,
then that's when all the God got me memes get to popping up.
yeah, the hurt hiding behind my religion memes.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
I ain't even going to indulge in that one. That's a whole podcast. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? With
No,
God, you
I'm
feel
I'm
me?
I'm just gonna sit back and wait on God to fix it. Well, that's not even how that works. You
That's
know what I'm
not.
saying? You
Yeah,
you you got to get in motion. You got to put forth the effort, and you got to want it. Like any change. Once again, we're going back to change, and we've talked about change before.
yeah,
But you have to want it like bad. If you don't like your financial situation, you got to get up and do something about it. You don't like your relationship, situation. Y'all have to really put in just due diligence and work on it. If that's really what you want. If
yeah.
not, then go ahead and do what you got to do. But you know, sometimes certain relationships people aren't cut out for, especially in marriage. People aren't cut out for the hard times.
Too, you preaching now. Go ahead with that one. Say
You,
what?
you, you know what I'm saying? Because like nothing's gonna be perfect. Then as soon as something not right, oh you fake, you're not what I thought you was. This, that, and the third. Like, no, that's not it. And if I made a mistake, I can own it. But let's work on it. If you make a mistake, own it. Let's work on it. If
Yeah,
we're making a mistake, let's work on it, own it, and push forward if we're trying to have that type of dynamic.
exactly.
You but a lot of people they don't even they've never even seen stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in their upbringing, some people never really seen true successful relationships and the effort that really goes into it.
Yeah. And even me, for instance, I'm big on apologies. If I made a mistake, I'm gonna apologize for it. I'm gonna be a man about it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because it's like I'm not perfect, but that comes to my next point is when people act like they are too perfect to be around you.
Right.
Back to the facade that, oh, I'm so happy, I'm this, I'm that. Like, no, you're human just like everybody else. I
Yeah.
don't care how much you talk, manifest, you're going to have bad days. That's just how life is. You're not going to be perfect. Your lifestyle isn't going to be perfect. You can tell yourself you a queen for the rest of your life, but it's going to be days. It's days where queens don't even feel like queens. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. You could read the good book called the Bible and you see David was struggling and he was the man with the power.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you got all this power, and then on certain days you still wrestling with your own thought. Like life happens to everybody,
Mhm.
and it's the people that act like, oh, they too good to be around you, or they too good to do this and do that. Like, nah, you human, baby.
Yeah. And what people have to understand first and foremost, a good person doesn't mean a perfect person.
Exactly. You can have a good heart and still not be perfect.
Yes. You
Exactly.
know, and it's just crazy how people will try to castrate you for your imperfections like they don't have any imperfections, and it's just like that's not reality. Everybody
Yeah.
has a flaw. Everybody does. So it's
That.
like I think people need to just like take into consideration that there are different perspectives to situations. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to get up outside yourself and put yourself in somebody else's shoes to learn how to resolve situations, and then to really get to know that person and understand, because if you really love a person, you have to understand what their struggles are. And in that person has to be willing to work on what they struggle with. Don't tell me your weakness and then, all right, we're going to do this, but at the same time, you're not working to strengthen your weakness, to overcome it. Because
Yeah.
that's not fair to that person. This just how I am. No, That's not where it's at.
Exactly. And don't tell me your weakness and then act like I have to accept your weakness and you're not working on it. Now your weakness is acceptable as long as you're working on it, trying to make it better.
Right,
That's just like the addict coming home like, oh, I'm an addict, but I'm gonna remain an addict no matter what. Like, no.
right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? You have to work on the illness, and while you're working on it, you got my full support. But you can't use that as a crutch every time something happens because addicts have the tendency of putting their hands on people, and then it's like, oh, well, it was this or it was that. Like, nah, that's not how that works. You got to deal
right.
with that and you got to get over it. You see what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
I mean, you know me, I was raised in a house full of females.
Right,
I'm
right.
very protective over mines, very
Yeah,
protective. And it's like I understand everybody have their own relationships. As I grew to an adult, I understand that. And I let people go through what they go through unless they call me to come do whatever I gotta do.
right.
But no, for the most part I'm cool. Like, you like it, I love it. But the whole thing is, if you know somebody has a weakness and you're willing to work with them, as long as they're putting in the work, you can put in the work with them, you know?
Yeah,
But if you the only one putting in the work, and that's what we talked about, like soon as we started, people think they can save somebody. You can't save nobody who don't want to grow. You can't help somebody become a better person if they don't want to become a better person, if they don't see anything is wrong with the way that they're living or the way that they're acting. You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? My thing
Hmm.
is, even with me, like I know I'm a loner. Over the years, I became a loner to the point where my circle's small. Anybody that I rock with, that we rock with, is loyalty. We gonna go all out no matter what. At the end of the day,
Absolutely.
that's just how we are. But the circle's small. You used to always say, separate yourself from the pack. I had a whole pack I was rocking with. You know what I'm saying? A whole pack of us. But then after I started seeing what you was talking about and started separating myself, it became to the point where I got comfortable being a loner. So nowadays, I'm in a different situation, seeing I'm married, my family is bigger than the whole nine. It be days where I'm like, I'm not alone. I'm
Yeah,
around people. So these emotions, other people are going to see them. That don't
yeah,
make me weak that I'm going through these emotions around people.
yeah.
What will make me weak is me not being able to control my emotions while I'm around people.
Right. Because
Yeah,
you're entitled to feel what you feel.
exactly, at all times. And I can't tell nobody how to feel, and they can't tell me how to feel.
Right.
So
And
the whole, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, so the whole thing is, you tell me how you feel, I'ma listen. I might be trying to find out in my head, like, okay, how can I fix this or help to fix this? But I can't fix it until you personally fix it yourself from the way that you're thinking. You see,
Right.
because some people tend to ponder on negative situations, even if the outcome is positive, they still focus on the negative. I can't
Yeah,
be like, oh, well, we just won $1 million, and you still like, but we was broke 2 years ago.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, we got 1 million. You thinking how we was broke 2 years ago? You still living in the past.
yep. That's exactly it. But I'm gonna tell you what's hilarious though. This is hilarious, and I was just thinking, so I'm gonna drop this. Somebody or somebody's are gonna watch this and going to hear this, and their whole attitude is gonna be, who do they think they are talking about? Because blah blah blah. Once again, talking about the past. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But what I'm saying to that attitude is, we learn from experience. Ain't
exactly.
nobody perfect. We make mistakes, and experience is a great teacher. And we just trying to put out some decent information. We don't know it all.
Nah, yeah, we don't. But it's a different perspective. And that's at the end of the day, that's just what it is. It's like I'm not no dummy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We know the difference between right and wrong. We ain't saying we always right. I look
Yeah.
at what I took down as far as notes, and how I was going talking. I'm like, man, a lot of that used to be me growing up.
Yeah.
But you noticed I said growing up. You
Yeah.
feel me?
And we done all made mistakes and had judgment and error. And, everybody, I ain't going to say everybody, but we've had phases in life because it's like this. Your life is never the same. It's never the same. Your life it should be like a book, a multitude of chapters, and each chapter is different. So hopefully, you have more good chapters than bad chapters. But that's just life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes because our feelings, we make erroneous decisions. But you got to learn from it. Period, point blank. You got to learn from it, which helps you grow and makes you less toxic because you learning from it. Whether it's a relationship, when sour, marriage, whatever the case is, you have to move on. But just make sure you learn from it. And if you were the one in the wrong, just be like, you know what? As I move forward, whoever I deal with next, I'm not going to treat them like that. Actually, I don't treat them better. I learned my lesson.
Exactly, exactly. I totally agree with you. Cause, phew, I survived some situations, boy. Let me tell you. Yeah, look, you know. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, it was like it showed me what I wanted out of life,
Right.
and it humbled me. And at the same time, it showed me that I wasn't perfect, and I'm not trying to sit here and say anybody else should be perfect. But what I am trying to say at the end of the day is everybody needs help. Like,
Yeah.
I remember in college, my professor said she was going to positive psychology sessions.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she went through all the dark stuff. So now she just going to talk because she knows she cool, but she want to understand and keep remaining to be cool in what she doing. She
Right.
don't never want to be stagnant in the way that she think and the way that she living. Like, your brain is your brain is the most powerful thing that you have. And if your brain is sick, the body is sick.
Very true.
You know,
Very
and
true.
and that's why it irritates me when people brag about the toxic traits. Oh, what's your toxic trait? What's your toxic trait? Like, we shouldn't be bragging about toxic traits. We should be fighting them, trying to get over them.
Yeah.
Don't nobody brag because they got the flu. Ain't nobody bragging because they got corona. Like, what's your toxic trait? Soon as you post it, I need to be saying I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
You know that you get over that toxic trait because at the end of the day, you're gonna be single, alone, and miserable. And that
Yeah.
is for nobody. Nobody is supposed to live like that.
And they're gonna be watching Kevin Samuels getting pissed off. Shout out to Kevin Samuels.
For real. So
you
what
know,
what you got to say about the people pleasers, man? The ones
people.
who they want to make everybody happy. They want to say all the right words at the right time. They're never miserable or going through anything. They just happy go lucky, and that's just how they act.
People pleasers.
Yes.
I can't relate. I can't do it. I can't understand it. I can't even grasp the concept. That's BS. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I already knew
That's
your I already knew your perspective on this one because you far
yeah,
from a people pleaser.
yeah. I'm probably the anti people pleaser. And people say I'm a little abrasive,
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, check this out. It comes from a good place
exactly.
because if I'm speaking to you about something, I give a damn. I clearly do. I give a damn because I don't really try to help people I don't care about. And I say that to say it like this. It's not based on how long I've known you or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had, like coworkers, I really don't even know these people, but I'm a compassionate person.
Yeah.
So if they sincere and they want to holler at me, I'm gonna talk to them, but I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah,
especially like a lot of young dudes, and they dealing with baby mamas and child support and things of that nature. Been there, done that. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, you gotta own it. You gotta
exactly.
own it. You can't always blame your baby mom for this, that, and a third. You were part of the mistake in the whole situation. Because truth be told, you really had no business in that situation for real, under those circumstances.
Yeah,
But you can't go back and change it. What you can do is work on it and move forward and smooth things out. And that's just the end game. Because a lot of times people, they'll be upset with you, have an attitude with you about something. You can't go back and change nothing. But what can we do from this point right here, this time frame? What can we do to move forward from here and make things better? Let's leave the excess baggage alone, drop it, get it off your shoulder. Let's go. Let's.
exactly.
It's a brand new day, new you.
Yeah. And I mean, that's all this is about. It's about evolving as a person. You know, with us, it's evolving as men. I mean, life happens.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody perfect. At the end of the day, we all got problems. We all got issues. We all a work in progress until the day we leave this earth.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's nice to have somebody that's going to work with you, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And work together, because don't nobody want to die alone at a wine and sip. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to leave fellas night or girls night, go home alone,
Yeah,
dying alone,
that ain't.
being miserable. You got your laugh on, he ha ha ha. Then you go home and reality sets in, especially if you're probably intoxicated, and it's like, you know what? This is really not the life that I wanted to live. This can't be life. This can't be my reality. But it is, because you made a choice, and that's the thing. At the end of the day, we have choices. We make decisions. Period. Point blank, bro.
Sheesh. We only halfway through. I'm like, is that the end? Like, you just killed it. I was like the closing statement.
You know,
Oh
like the
man, I
closing
feel
statement.
you. I
So
feel you, bro. Hey, that.
somebody had told me, they was like, every time you talk, it's just like period. You know what I'm saying? Like every time you talk, it's like a mic drop.
But you know what it is. You can tell when you talk to people who think. You know,
Hmm.
because the conversation is like it's fruitful. when
Yeah.
when you having a conversation with somebody who doesn't think is what irritates me. Like, did you even think about what you just said? You know, you can tell
Hmm.
like, okay, everything that you just said, you thought about, you've experienced to some sort of level. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it so deep because it's coming from a place of truth and passion. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, don't nobody want to die alone. Okay, when the paint and sip is over, what we gonna do after that? Where we gonna go
Yeah.
after that? You know, you was just smiling and kicking it in the paint and sip, but then you on your way home, you scrolling on Facebook because you ain't got nothing to do. That's when the reality sets in, and
Yeah.
that reality is what causes these toxic traits, and you know, for people to settle and do this and do that, and then the more you settle, the more you add to the toxicity that is in your life
Hmm.
because now you
Yeah.
putting yourself in a situation or a situationship that you don't want. You know,
Hmm.
people be running around messing with people, and it's like just because you like I don't want a relationship, don't mean the other person don't want a relationship. Then that create the soul tie. That's a whole nother
Yep.
conversation. You know, and it
Man,
all come
ain't
from
it?
the you leaving the paint and sip feeling some type of way because everybody else going home to their significant others. You going home to Facebook and strolling.
Yeah. Or get to rolling through through their phone. Maybe I can make a stop somewhere and see if I can have a little intimate moment when
Exactly.
basically you just getting broke off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And then a lot of times with them toxic traits, it's like, and we're gonna come from a man's perspective on this. Like a brother will really be digging a sister, but she got this stuff. She got all this stuff, and the only reason she won't let him in or even really get to know him properly is because of all that stuff.
Exactly.
And it's like, but she keep dealing with him, but she don't want to let him in.
Yeah.
That's insanity. You crazy girl.
Oh man. So
You know what I'm saying? Just keep it real. You know what? When nowadays people are so scared, so terrified to be vulnerable.
yeah. And I think about that a lot because to be honest, it's like that's kind of how we was raised, as far as my generation. Like love make you weak, smiling make you weak. You got to put on this facade. And it could come from rap music. It could just come from, the gangster lifestyle, but it's just like
Yeah,
everybody is so, oh, I don't care, whatever, to the point to where it's like you become numb. And being
yeah.
numb is not a way to live life. Because regardless
Nah,
if you know it or not, you hurting people and people hurting you, even if you say you numb. You really ain't
yeah,
numb. You just because one day you're gonna sit there and everything is gonna just pop up right on your shoulders. The whole world gonna be on your shoulders, and you're gonna be like, "What was I doing? Why was I doing? And how did I survive it?"
yeah. Like what was even the whole point? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And that numbness is just really, it's denial, man.
Ain't it?
It's denial, and I feel sorry for people who are like that. And the crazy part is like, especially when you start numbing yourself to your feelings, it can be from a variety of things, like a death in the family. Because I know from personal experience, when my mother Margaret Henderson had passed, dude, I literally was like, I literally lost my mind, literally, and then nothing makes sense. It just like my emotional levels was just way off. But then I had to, you know what I'm saying, prayerfully catch myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One thing that made me kind of snap back out of it was seeing what my father had went through losing his wife of 50 plus years.
Wow.
And I'm like, hold up, I'm being selfish. His hurt is a whole different hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to gravitate towards something. And in the midst of all that, well, that's where we come up with the legendary Ilmag TV because I needed something to do. I didn't want to sit stagnant. I needed something to just really challenging, that was really challenging to me. And that was the most challenging thing ever thus far, at that particular point in time. That's the most challenging thing I had ever done in my life because I started doing something that I never even had any dreams or ambitions of doing and didn't even know what I was doing or how to do it. So it was literally from the mud.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just really had to just focus on something, which when you focus on things and you start using your brain, that's therapeutic in your healing. You know what I'm saying? But sitting around the house with a fifth of bourbon, you know what I'm saying? Just looking at
Yeah.
the four walls. I mean, Ghetto Boys, my mind is playing tricks on me. Da-da-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Like Man, if you're going through it, get out here and do something. Do something. Don't settle for them. Don't let them toxic traits just settle in and consume you. Get out here and do something and make it worth your while. Even if you never done it before, if you believe in it, you can achieve it.
I know that's right. He said
You
that's
know,
when
so
Illmatic was born. That's when the legend came out of you, huh?
yeah, man.
The hard times created a legend. You feel me? A lot of people got them
Yeah,
type of stories.
yeah. Because I I wasn't gonna be sunken. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people do be in dark places, and I get it.
Yeah.
I done been in dark places mentally. You done been in dark places mentally. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some of the, ooh, I almost got some of the ish you went through,
Yeah.
and just when your mind, you know what I'm saying, like when you was around like 21 in your 20s, and you know what I'm saying, had to reel you in because you was bugging, bro. You was on tilt a few times. I'm like, hold up, but you regained your clarity and thinking.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm just glad that I ain't do nothing that I couldn't take back. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because at that time it was, the emotional roller coaster, and then the pride, the ego. Oh, they ain't about to treat me
Yeah.
like that. I'm so and so. Like, at the end of the day, man, you live and you learn. You got a birth date and you got a death date. It's about what
Yeah.
you do between that time and how you build your legacy and leave your legacy behind. And that's why even with
Man.
stuff like this, it's like it's a different perspective. Everybody don't have to
Yeah.
think how everybody else thinks.
No,
It's
they're not
okay.
supposed to.
It's okay to come to some people like, I'm hurt, this happened to me, I'm weak, this happened to me, or this is what I'm going through right now. Like, you don't have to put on this tough facade all the time. Like, you're human. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot
Yeah.
of people from when I was in my early 20s, and I was just thinking about this earlier. Like, I hope my kids don't have to go through this. All the
Yeah.
funerals that we done seen since then, all the
Yeah.
the killings and the fights, and these people falling out with those people. Like, man, we got to get over just thinking like that, period.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like this that's going to help people see, like, oh, well, because when a lot of people talk to me, they think about Dex in his 20s, in his early 20s at that. Because
Right.
I started branching off from people after my son was born, which he about to
Right.
be 13. I've been branching off ever since then, because it's like, okay, I have something to live for now. I have something to change for. You ain't gonna get that mentality out of me now, because I got to make it home to mines. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like when I talk to people, the music they asking me for is back then. The lifestyle they thinking about is back then. It's like people are allowed to grow. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I hope people grow, and I hope people let people grow.
It's inevitable. You have to let people grow. Like, I know some people are stuck in that age realm mentally. Which leads to the next topic that I got. But it's kind of like you have to outgrow that, even in relationships. Like, my
Hmm.
relationships now should not be how my relationships was when I was in my early 20s. Because if
Right.
they are, then that shows that I haven't grown mentally. You know,
Yeah.
and it's like the blame game.
Yeah.
When people play the blame game, I've seen it time and time again in relationships where somebody is doing something, but they're blaming the other one for doing it because they're insecure because they're doing it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, my homie stopped
Hmm.
calling me like, oh, she tripping because, well, you was just doing this, and that with me. So it's like, why you calling me thinking I'm not gonna be like, well, maybe you should just be like, you sorry. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But then the blame game can become something toxic, because it goes from, you know, the intuition, the suspicion, to the they know they're right.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person, if you think you're right and I know you're not right, I'm not gonna argue with you.
At all.
Yeah, like, if you accusing me of something I know I didn't do, I'm not going to even entertain it. Like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, people said worst about me. Life goes
Yeah,
on. You know, I'm comfortable with being me. I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm
yeah,
comfortable with my relationship with God. Like, I'm cool. I'm content. I just know I'm gonna be the best for the people that I'm around. That's in my life at this current stage of my life. I'm gonna get them the best me. Hopefully, they give me the best them, and we gonna rock out and make history.
yeah. And I think the key, like you had alluded to earlier, is to be able to continue to evolve. Because I want to tell you what's a problem. The older a lot of people get,
Yeah,
the more stuck in their ways, and they don't want to continue to evolve and grow. And once again, that can be a toxic trait. This is just me. This is how I am. And it's like, but you ain't been happy, and you still had the same mentality, and you wonder why you can't find happiness. You ain't been happy to be happy.
exactly, exactly.
You know, don't be an old fool. Please don't. Don't be nobody's old
That
fool.
is the worst. The old fool. Oh, that is the worst. And especially like, you know, people with control issues. It's
Yeah,
like you do one thing outside of their comfort zone, and you just did everything wrong. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You can't even go to the store without being like, oh, I went to this store and then I went to that store. But you ain't telling me you was going to that store. That is not how that work. Like, I shouldn't have to call and check in every single place that I go to. Either you trust me or you don't.
and then sometimes you know what that is. That's not giving up that baggage from a previous relationship, because they got done so dirty that they'll get with a good dude and drive that dude crazy because of something else somebody else did from a previous time. And you have to be
Exactly.
like, look, I ain't him. I don't know who you mad at, but I ain't him.
Do you know how many women miss out on a good dude because they talk to one bad dude?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had so many good dudes trying to talk to you, and you missed out on all of that because you had one crazy situationship to the point where it ruined your life. That's why I said you need to go get help. Somebody need to tell you, like, maybe you're being too analytical. Maybe that type of person you want doesn't exist because you made him up in your head, and the person that you talking to sound like he gonna treat you right forever. You,
yeah.
you,
And then you have the ones that have a catalog of bad dudes. It's just one bad dude after
he said a
another. And
catalog.
what it is, yeah, a catalog. And what it is, they keep getting the same type of dude. It's a different face, different name, might be a different state in a different city, but it's the same type of dude. You know what I'm saying? With in man,
My thing is this:
and they know.
if
Go
your
ahead.
last five dudes was the same type of dude, you are the common denominator. Period.
Yeah,
Yeah, th-
some people like trash though. Some people like playing in the mud.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause they comfortable. So now they got a built-in excuse to be a victim. Oh, he just treated me so bad. Cause you like being miserable. You toxic. Okay, excessive baggage. You know, and some of it is damn near generational curse. They done seen their grandma get played out. They done seen their mama get played out. They done seen their auntie get played out. They're like, well, hell, I guess that's just what happens.
Yeah.
Go figure.
They gotta break. They gotta break that generational curse, man. I'm gonna pray for them tonight. Whoever watching this, you know, send me a comment. Let us know that you watching this and that you tapped in to this point. We 50 minutes in. You know, I don't care if you just put a one in the comments. I'm gonna say a prayer for you that we break them generational curses. People don't need to be walking around with them generational curses, man. We all deserve to
Nah.
live good, healthy, and humble lives. You know what I'm saying? We ain't judging
Yeah.
nobody. We loving on people. We just trying to get y'all to see a different perspective of what we go through and what we went through as men and what people go through, period. We ain't putting up a
And once
facade.
and once again, we not perfect. Damn
Mm-mm.
sure ain't never been perfect. So before y'all get to chirping, We're not perfect.
Yeah, I don't want to be perfect. I like making my
Nah,
mistakes. I learn from them. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah.
the mistakes is what got me here. The person that you see in front of this camera right now, my mistakes did that. So what do you got to say about people who are unable to receive criticism when it comes to relationships?
Oh my gosh, that goes back into being prideful. It's like what you scared of? You scared to be corrected? Everybody needs correction from time to time. You know what I'm saying? That's the first step in life. Hell, a lion gonna correct his cub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then even in the herd, you know what I'm saying? Whoever run the herd, somebody get out of they get out of the pocket. Like, nah, get back over here with the rest of the herd. You unless you're trying to get ate. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be open for it, especially constructive criticism. And s- a lot of times, a lot of times, constructive criticism is like taking castor oil. I mean, it's going to do what it needs to do. It's going to do the trick. It's going to help you, but that taste, you just going to frown up, and it's just you're not going to like what it's doing going down. So a lot of people don't can't get past the initial taste of constructive criticism, especially when they think they know it all. They got it all figured out. And it's like they fail to realize you're not the smartest person in the room all the time. And sometimes you just need a different perspective. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just like when you look at a company, they have board meetings. There's never one person in there by himself or herself. There's a group. Everybody sits down at the table. They come into the table, they come to the table prepared with their notes. All right, what's going on? And everybody plays a role. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to be open for the constructive criticism, because sometimes people just see something you don't. Me and you do that all the time. You see something I don't, I see something you don't. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's just being human. You just didn't see it.
And it's kind of like people don't want to be told the truth. And I learned that even with music, like it's a lot of people who even when they suck, they want you to be like, "Oh, that was tight." Like, nah, you should go back to the drawing board with that song because ain't nobody gonna listen to it but you.
Oh, you hating. You hating. Man, quit hating.
Exactly, and it's like, man, come on, we all started off somewhere. Like, just because you decided to pick up a pen and write a song, don't mean that it's great. Or
Yeah.
even a lifestyle, like the lifestyle that you live in, it ain't getting you nowhere right now. But then my thing is, look at where you are. If you're not where you want to be at, then you got some work to do.
Right.
And I mean I do that with myself. Like, okay, because going back to what you said, the smartest person in the room. If I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room.
You damn sure
You
is.
know what I'm
For real.
saying? Like, I am in the wrong room. If I can't learn nothing while I'm in this room, I don't need to be in this room. And that goes with
Hey,
the even the Clubhouse, the new app everybody talking about Clubhouse. It's like I don't even have time to listen to Clubhouse. I'm so busy. Like I really
right.
don't. I done had it for
That's
about a
because
month.
that's because you're one of them people that's actually doing something.
Yeah, and I'm putting in the work. Like I know what I need to do. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't sit around and listen to that all day. It's cool, yeah, millionaires talking this and that, or people thinking they doing something because they moderating the room. Like when my bank account change, that's when I'll let you know that I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? Until then, it's grind
Well,
time for
well,
me.
well. That kind of the need for acceptance is kind of a toxic trait.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they want to get in them situations to be accepted. Hey, look at me. cool with this person, I'm cool with that person, and I rub so man, been there, done that,
Done that.
and that ish don't mean ish. It don't. At the end of the day, it really don't because true millionaires do not care what no hourly working people are doing. They don't.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect at all. But they at such another level, they don't care. Period. And a lot of times people just really trying to make money off you anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
And I'll
saying?
be saying that, like, you can tell somebody really rock with you because instead of trying to make money off of you, they're going to give you money or they're going to put you in position. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I learned that even by, dealing with who I was dealing with and being around who I was around. Yeah, they was dropping jewels and they was giving knowledge. But at the same time, it's like the people that really rock with you, they like what you need, what you need me to do, who you need me to call,
Yeah.
who you need me to talk to. I could care less about who you taking pictures with. I got pictures with people on my other Facebook page. I don't even get activated because it's like that's the old me. But I got pictures with so many people from the tour life and everything that we was doing. But it's
Yeah.
like for what? I mean, I'm not trying to get brownie points off of mentioning somebody else's name. Yeah, I can explain to people off of experience who I've been around, who I did music with, who I was on tour with. But I mean, look at where I'm at. I'm
Yeah.
still here doing what I've been doing. Cause first off, I'm a man. I ain't no groupie. It's a lot of men that
Yeah.
are groupies.
Yeah. And that's a hell of a toxic trait, man.
Man,
Just
what?
but what it is that once again it go back to the theme of the show is that excess baggage. Because you know what, a lot of these cats growing up never really had acceptance, and like they really, a lot of people never really even had acceptance from their family.
Yeah,
So to a certain extent, I get it, but but that's only for when you're young. You have you get to a certain point to where you know right from wrong, and you have to quit chasing acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Okay, your mama didn't love you. Sucks, but guess what? Life goes on.
exactly.
Get yourself together. Find somebody that does love you. Have a circle. I don't rock with nobody I don't feel don't really care for me a certain way. Like I can't give my time to false circles or nothing like that.
Yeah,
And that's not to say like when I'm out and about, I'm very friendly. I greet people. I talk. It ain't like I'm too good to talk to nobody. But as far as my inner circle, if I don't feel that you love me, you know what I'm saying? Like you, Wrong, Sal, She Love, you know what I'm saying? A few others, you know what I'm saying? That bona fide love, then I'm not rocking with you because I can't do the fake ish all like
yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying? It's just man, it's a burden. You know who rock with you and you know who love you by the way they talk to you and you know what I'm saying, the way they come at you, even when you just need a word. You know what I'm saying? You know who you can call, and you're gonna get something real and something from the heart. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So it's like you really gotta be careful and not know people that's just gonna throw a pity party, tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes you need somebody be like, nah, B, you wrong, man. Go home to your wife, man. Go home.
I feel you.
This ain't for you. This ain't for you.
So my next topic about excessive baggage is the negative mindset. And that's the person that every time you say something positive, they have something negative to say. It's like,
Whew.
oh yeah, you looking good in that dress. I could lose about 20 pounds.
Yeah,
We don't care about them 20 pounds. We care about how you looking in that dress. You know what I'm saying?
man. Some folks is just miserable. No matter how you cut the cheesecake, they miserable. Just period point blank. Like they like you can like you said, you can wake up look outside. Oh, it's nice outside, but it's gonna rain at 3 o'clock. Well, I'm not worried about 3 o'clock. It's first thing in the morning. It's beautiful out. We'll worry about 3 o'clock when 3 o'clock comes.
Exactly.
You know, oh, them some nice shoes. Oh, I wouldn't wear them. Okay, but
They still some nice
that ain't
shoes.
this. Yeah, that ain't this. This ain't that. You know, some people, what Nancy no goods and whatever the saying is, like some people but they love that. You know what I'm saying? That's that toxic trait. You know what I'm saying? They carry some excess baggage and
And
they man,
I think it could be
that's
a attention seeking thing as well. You know,
yeah,
like playing the victim has always gotten them a certain type of attention that they want. Because my thing is this, you know, everybody isn't going to be positive all day, every day. That's just not
right,
human. You know, you're going to have some
right,
days it's going to be your off days. But if you having more off days than you are on days, you need to go get help because that's not that's not how you're supposed to live life. Or like you
yeah,
said, you was going through something. You started Illmatic TV. You know, you started something that it brought you a certain level of peace. It
yeah,
brought you a certain level of understanding and it gave you a certain hustle to even get what you was going through off of your mind at times.
right,
So, you know, it's kind of like the negative mindset is I'm gonna just be negative regardless. No matter what
yeah,
anybody say, how positive it is, I'm gonna turn into something negative. And I mean,
yeah,
I remember I was around people at a certain point in time where it started rubbing off on me like that. You know, that just way of thinking. Like I'm not
yeah,
doing enough or always complaining. Or I mean even the spirit of gossip. Yeah, I said it, it's a spirit. You be around enough people that
yeah,
gossip, you start gossiping. Until you be like, hold on now. You know, this ain't me. Like, why am I even worried about all these situations when I got this to do? I'm not telling somebody else how to raise their kids if they don't come to me asking for advice. It's not my
yeah.
business. You know what I'm saying? I got my own kids to raise. You feel me?
You know what it is too. Sometimes too, as well. Some folks are jealous of your happy spirit.
Oh man, you could say that.
Like the the day you start to become happy and things might be falling in your place and things ain't really going their way, or things could be going their way. Some people just like you in the mud. You know what I'm saying? They like you. They like you filthy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they feel like if you do anything better, that you're gonna be better than them, and that's sad because that's not. Man, be happy for somebody. You know what I'm saying? If your light shining a little brighter, cool. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's just like, you know, I was in a toxic situation a while back, and it was like every time I was happy, it had to be because of some other person. You know what I'm saying? I can't
Hmm.
just smile and be happy. No, because guess what? The devil doesn't like that. He don't like to see you with a smile on your face. What you smiling for? Where was you at? What was you doing? Disclaimer:
Yeah.
I'm in a happy relationship nowadays. I'm good. I see my boo in the comments. No hard feelings, baby.
Man, I wish I could see the comments. We gotta get this set up so I can see the comments, man. I want to read the comments.
Yeah, yeah. They talking in the comments right now, bro. We good.
Man,
Everything good. We
what
live.
what they say? Give me some feedback on the comments, man. Read some of the comments off, man.
All right. I mean, I'll get to the comments in a second. Let's get to this last one, number 10, real quick. Let's talk about people being stuck in the past. I hear you now. You was frozen.
Okay.
I thought I scared you away with my question about people being stuck in the past. I thought you ran.
Nah, man. Nah, B. Nah, B. But Pete, for example,
Yeah.
I got, you know what I'm saying? I had a friend. We still are friends. We just don't rock, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm going in my direction,
Okay.
right? And, you know, it's like my brother is still stuck in 95. the height of his popularity or whatever, and it's like he just don't want to let that go and grow up. You understand what I'm saying? And it is so sad because, like, man, we grown as, well, I done said it now, men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, ain't nobody trying to do all that, going out 8 days a week and all that, like, dude, and all that extra. Grow up. Some
Exactly.
people don't want to grow up, man. Cause what happens is when you grow up, that means you gotta be responsible.
Yeah, respond.
And they just stuck in that time warp because it's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to let it go. They so comfortable just being where they at, and it's like
Yeah.
you have to evolve, man. You need a new chapter in your book. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you need chapters in your book. Your life should be a great novel. Period. From beginning to the end, the highs and lows, and everything in between. Because one of the philosophies for Ilmag TV was everybody has a story to tell. See, some people think they're boring and not, and uninteresting and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
everybody is interesting. Everybody has an interesting life if they really break it down and look at it. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Exactly.
don't let social media and Hollywood fool you that you had to. No, you have a lot of interesting things that have happened in your life. Embrace it, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta evolve and just keep it moving. Man, it's great to get older. It is because a lot of people don't make the journey. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep it moving. Let that old
Yeah.
stuff go. Let that stuff be where it's at. Come on with the rest of us.
And my thing is, oh man, listen, that's the truth right there. But growth is just like people hold on to the past. I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but I got somebody in my family that hold on to the past. They be talking about stuff that happened 30 years ago like it was yesterday.
Wow.
And I'm like, listen, life goes on. Everybody you
Yeah.
talking about, life has happened for them. And even me, from a man's perspective, I try to explain like they have to deal with their demons at night.
Yeah.
A man knows when he messed up. He knows what he messed up. He knows the woulda, coulda, shouldas, the people that he did wrong. Like, if they don't heal from that personally, then them demons will haunt them just like you allowing them to haunt you. But I'm
Yeah.
the type of person like now I'm giving every situation and relationship, like I said earlier, 100%. I'm around family and friends who I consider family. I don't really have, extra people in my life right now because I'm doing too much. I'm too busy for all the extra stuff. COVID happened. All the kicking it is not it's not happening.
Yeah.
Our kicking it is conversations about how to make each other better, how to make money, how to get up out of the situations that we in. And then some
Dog,
days it's just like
our conversations be so crazy nowadays. Like cats will swear every time we sit down, we having a board meeting. That's what God,
yeah,
man. Like,
but that's how they
it,
supposed to be, and it's like
yeah, we be on, man. We done came a long way,
a
for
long
real.
way, and it's like
Yeah,
we realize where we at in life. We don't have time to waste.
yeah.
That's how stuff like this is birthed, and then it's like what we gonna do next.
Yeah, Because we always looking for that next thing. Like we'll get something started and still be looking for the next thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like most people fail to realize, like for real, we like we got like we 4 or 5 topics ahead. This today's topic is old for real.
It's
We
old. We already got the whole next 2 months planned out. You know what I'm
yeah
saying? And it's just like we giving it to you increments at a time, but this stuff is already planned and plotted.
yeah, and that's just this, let alone the other stuff that we can't even reveal right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it should be, man. You gotta have people that motivate you. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people have people that try to hang, that try to keep stuff on them and keep them in the past. That's what you gotta be careful of, because some people want to keep you back where you were
Yeah.
and not let you blossom into what you're supposed to be or want to be. You know, oh, you changed, you acted funny. You're damn right. You know what I'm saying? It's called growth. I ain't on that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Ain't
feel it. I
nobody
feel it.
ain't nobody sipping 40s no more. I might drink, but it ain't gonna be all that. Yeah, yeah, but
Well,
man,
bro, we done did it again.
read off some of the comments real quick.
We yeah. So let me see. Drea said growth is important for life to continue manifesting in the right direction. So basically, she said growth is important. Continue manifesting in the right direction. Then
Hallelujah.
she said, definitely the spirit gets to a lot of people. She probably talking about that spirit of gossip.
Oh yeah, the spirit of gossip,
Yeah,
Lord have
you
mercy.
know,
Bless their mouth.
we in a small city called Canton, Ohio, where it's a familiar spirit that run around by the name of gossip.
Yeah, and COVID ain't do nothing but heighten the gossip spirit up, cause these Negroes ain't got nothing else to do but worry about what you doing or not doing.
I know,
Continue.
right? And Star said toxic people are dangerous.
Whew, man, they are.
Yeah, they super dangerous. I can't get to the other comments because of how I got my setup.
Okay, that's cool. Shout out to everybody that's down here. You know what I'm saying? That done logged in and left comments, man. Just man, run that. You got something to say? Say it. Run it.
I
We
feel
we
it.
we appreciate the feedback, no doubt.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody who watched and tapped in for this long, we're gonna need y'all to share this. You know what I'm saying? Like it, comment. Like I said, if y'all comment, I'm gonna be praying for y'all. I'm gonna make sure I tap in with some people and have them praying for y'all too. You know, I'm around some solid people. You feel me?
And I just want to say once again, we not perfect. We regular people trying to get it, just like y'all.
Exactly.
So support some brothers.
That's it. All right, bro. It's been real. I'm gonna talk
Yes,
to you.
sir.
I'm about to tap out. You hear me? I'll hit you in
There
a
it
second,
is.
fam.
All right, fam.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
And I just want to say once again,
Bless, bless. Y'all just seen it. Me and my brother Al Mecca, we dropped another fire interview. I'm gonna need y'all to like, share, comment, go to my YouTube page and subscribe. We're gonna do this every Wednesday. I got another interview I'm doing tomorrow about grief recovery. So if you're going through something, you need some help, if you're grieving over anything, you need to tap in at 7 o'clock p.m. EST. And make sure you check out my website too, DerekSpeaks.com. My name is all over the stream, so you can just type it in like that. Speaks.com. Make sure you tap in, check me out. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'm going to keep giving you fire content. All praises to the Most High. Peace.